Your uncle's in the Night's Watch.
What's he doing back there?
Preparing for a night with your family. I've always wanted to see the Wall.
You're Tyrion Lannister. The Queen's brother?
My greatest accomplishment. And you're Ned Stark's bastard, aren't you? Did I offend you? Sorry. You are the bastard, though.
Lord Eddard Stark is my father.
And Lady Stark is not your mother, making you the bastard. Let me give you some advice, bastard. Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you.
What the hell do you know about being a bastard?
All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes.
The Wall.
I already have one.
Good man. Have you swung it yet?
Of course I have.
At someone, I mean. It's a strange thing, the first time you cut a man. Realize we're nothing but sacks of meat and blood and some bone to keep it all standing. Let me thank you ahead of time. You're guarding us all from the perils beyond the Wall.
Why'd you read so much?
Look at me and tell me what you see.
Is this a trick?
What you see is a dwarf. If I had been born a peasant, they might have left me out in the woods to die. Alas, I was born a Lannister of Casterly Rock. Things are expected of me. My father was the hand of the king for 20 years.
Until your brother killed that king.
Yes, until my brother killed him. Life is full of these little ironies. My sister married the new king, and my repulsive nephew will be king after him. I must do my part for the honor of my house, wouldn't you agree? But how? Well, my brother has his sword, and I have my mind, and a mind needs books like a sword needs a whetstone. That's why I read so much Jon Snow.
A dear friend told me.
Lady Stark,
Lord Varys.
to see you again after so many years is a blessing. Your poor hands.
How did you know I was coming?
Knowledge is my trade, my lady. Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance? My little birds are everywhere. Even in the north, they whisper to me the strangest stories.
What you looking at, Halfman?
I'm looking at you. Yes, you've got an interesting face. Very distinctive faces, all of you.
And what do you care about our faces?
It's just, I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
We'll talk later, Lord Snow. Everybody knew what this place was, and no one told me. No one but you. My father knew, and he left me to rot at the Wall all the same.
Gren's father left him too, outside a farmhouse when he was 3. Pip was caught stealing a wheel of cheese his little sister hadn't eaten in 3 days. He was given a choice, his right hand or the Wall. I've been asking the Lord Commander about them. Fascinating stories.
They hate me because I'm better than they
It's
are.
a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here. Oh,
On your way south.
I expect I will. Gods know there aren't many feather beds between here and King's Landing.
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him. Tell him I'd visit if I could.
Of course.
I'll never walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple. Take care, Snow.
Farewell, my lord.
All men are made of water. Do you know this? If you pierce them, the water leaks out, and they die. Now you will try to strike me.
Sir Alice is going to make me fight again tomorrow, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I'm not going to get any better, you know.
Well, it can't get any worse.
Lord Baelish, perhaps I was wrong to distrust you.
Distrusting me was the wisest thing you've done since you climbed off your horse.
You're just a soldier, aren't you? You take your orders and you carry on. I suppose it makes sense. Your older brother was trained to lead and you were trained to follow.
I was also trained to kill my enemies, Your Grace.
As was I. You're just a soldier, aren't you? You take your orders and you carry on. I suppose it makes sense. Your older brother was trained to lead and you were trained to follow.
I was also trained to kill my enemies, Your Grace.
As was I.